Hey guys, this is Bruce, and welcome to another episode of ConvoCourses, where we talk about all things security compliance, cybersecurity based. Let's get right into this. If you are interested in having a longer form, one-on-one conversation where I'm engaging with the chats, we do that every week, once a week, at least once a week on Saturdays, 1 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. Catch me on those. Now, in the meantime, I'm doing this experiment where I'm answering questions one at a time from anywhere you've asked me questions, whether it be on LinkedIn, on Reddit, on wherever I happen to be at. If you've asked me a question, I'm answering it to have a complete conversation. And if you want to join this conversation that we have, links in description and below. And I've got free courses. I've got all kinds of stuff for you to check out. Just check on the links in the description below to join this conversation that we're having. Let's get right into this one. And this one is coming from my own community. And thank you for these questions. Anybody who's joined my community, link will also be in the description below if you want to join that. But here it is right here, coming from Charnette Starr. She says, Bruce, thank you for this platform to assist in taking cybersecurity to the next level. I thank you. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for participating. And then she also says, I'm in the DMV area. That's DC, Maryland, Virginia area. And I'm a professional in real estate, and I want a career in cybersecurity. I'm down with studying free. Now, I don't normally teach one-on-one. I've got something I'm working on in the background. It's going to take me a while. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know, it takes me a while to get stuff out, and I apologize for that. But I do have some stuff coming out. But I've got something specifically for entry-level people that I'm working on. What I do is I'll write a book about it first, and then I'll expand on that and then do like a course. And so that's why I'm literally working on it right now. So among other things. But anyway, I can answer this. I can give you some great resources here. And if you're trying to start in cybersecurity, let me just start off by saying, look, cybersecurity is a branch of information technology. So if you're trying to get into cybersecurity, you need to first learn information technology, the basics of it. Things like what is a client server model? What is cloud computing? Like, what is that? Like, what is the basics of it, right? You don't need to know how to program it from scratch or anything. What are the different operating systems? And how do we put security controls on those operating systems? Things like a little bit about command line. What is command line? How can you use it? Why is it important? Things like what are audit logs? Basic things, basic information. And even more basic is, what is a computer? How does a computer even work? How does networking work? How do computers talk to one another? You got to know the basics of that stuff. And then you expand on that. You can't protect what you don't understand. So you have to understand information technology from a basic perspective first. Then a light will come on. You'll start to understand how the computer works, and you start to think to yourself, well, what if somebody did this in order to break this system? And that is where hackers and stuff come in, because that's exactly what they do. They say, well, if it works like this, what if I do X and then break this thing? So that's what you have to learn, first of all. But let me show you a couple of resources that I have used in the past to help me with my learning. And I've already told Charnette this, but here's let me just show you a couple things here. So one of them is, let me see if I can find it. Okay, here's one, Udemy. So the reason why I recommend Udemy for entry level stuff is because it's pretty cheap. Like, this is not, in a boot camp or something like that where they're doing like one-on-one labs and they're showing up at your site. It's going to cost thousands of dollars. Like, literally, sometimes it's like $5, $6, $8, $9, $10,000 for a boot camp. But at this stage in the game, you're just trying to learn and get your feet wet and get started. So right now, you want to keep your initial costs of investment low, because you don't even know if you really want to do this at this point. So you want to just buy a $30 book or something like that, right? A $30 book. And the book I would recommend would be CompTIA A plus. CompTIA A plus. If you don't know anything, if you're really starting off from scratch, you're not a gamer who's building their own computers. You're coming from another career field and trying to make this your new career path, because you can see how lucrative this one is and how stable it is. And and that kind of thing. So if that's you, then you probably want to start off with an A plus book. All right. So the A plus books, you can find them anywhere. I just Googled it. And so these books are on Amazon, on Barnes and Noble, all over the place. And you don't have to go for one that's $200. This is like a course or something. I don't even know what that is. But you can just stick with one that's like 20 bucks. Like this will do right here. This will do right here. Now, you want to make sure that you have the most current guide because these update from time to time. I don't know if this is the new or old version of them, but these things, like every 2-3 years, they upgrade the test. So you want to take the most current one. So to figure out what's the most current one, this one's 220-101-1001. So let's go to CompTIA A plus. Let's go to the actual A plus site and see what they have here. So this is the actual official site. This is another place. They've got tons of courses and learning stuff that you can get directly from the site. And, if you're willing to invest in yourself, it's going to cost some money. But yeah, this was the most current one is 220-1101. And there's two different tests. One has a certain core of information, and then you take the other one that has another core of information. But here it is right here. This is what you want to take. Now, let's say you've been doing IT for some time and you're pretty hardcore about this. You already know the basics of a computer. You know what RAM is, you know what storage is, you can build your own computer, you know how to build a network, you know the basics of that. You could probably go to the next level, which is a security plus. A security plus is much more marketable. A lot of more people are looking for it. And really it's the common body of knowledge that I want you to get. A lot of people come on here and they're just talking about certification. The only reason I talk about certification for new people is because the way that they structure the actual learning curriculum is really, really conducive to your learning. And if you know that core body of knowledge, you can then take that and apply it to your career, right? So it's foundational to your career. And the thing is, there's a hierarchy here. The first thing you really want is experience. If you can get experience, if you let's say you work in retail, you work in real estate, you're a teacher, and you happen to have a job, keep your job. Try to get IT experience with your current job. Use it as leverage. If you're in, for example, let's say you have your own real estate office under a company, right? Whether it's your own LLC or somebody else's company or S Corp or whatever it happens to be. That's important because you're going to want to use their company name to say, listen, I worked for Real Estate XRP, and I hooked up their network. I connected 15 systems to their network. I secured their network. I ran a scan on their network, improving reducing the risk to their network by 50%. Like, you want to be able to put the name of their company, the name of what you did, and explain what you did. So experience is king. The next thing will be a degree. Now, if you can't afford a degree, if you have the time, money, and energy to actually get a degree, I would highly recommend it because it's going to open up more doors. It's going to open up more doors of not only education and certifications and things like that. And when you get out, it's going to pay you more, significantly more, but also the people that you're going to meet and the opportunities in the school while you're there are going to be apprenticeships. It's going to be internships. It's going to be things like that you probably wouldn't even know about if you weren't in school. Now, if you can't get school, then I would recommend that you get a certification of some sort. You can just start on a certification, but there's no replacement for experience. So wherever you can get experience, you got to get experience. You don't have to get a degree, but you have to know the knowledge, and it's really great if you can get some experience. So that's where I would start if I were you. I gave you a couple resources. And if you want to know more about this, I've got link in description for free courses, free walkthroughs. My own resume is actually out there, the real resume that I've used to get several different jobs over the years. And those, I'm hoping to give you guys a foundation where you can start from, and you can join this community. And when you become an expert, you can come in and contribute and help someone else, right? Teach one, reach one. or reach one, teach one. I don't know. Each of us teaches a person. Anyway, that's it, guys. Thank you for watching. I will see you guys on the next one. If you want longer form, make sure you catch us on Saturdays at 1 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, where we do one-on-ones, and we're in the chat and everything. Right now, what I'm doing is focusing on just one question at a time. If you want your question answered, go comment on YouTube, go comment on TikTok, find me, find ConvoCourses, comment, and I'm going to respond to you.